What's going on, you wild rascals? Logan Myerz back here for Cinephellas.com. Tonight I'm going to be going back to 1997 to review a film I actually saw in theaters. It was such a big deal back then. I'm talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer.
You did last summer.
So I Know What You Did Last Summer came out when the slasher films were kind of rejuvenated after Scream came out. Wes Craven's Scream, still the best entry in that franchise and my favorite film, one of my favorite films of Wes Craven. So it really rejuvenated the slasher genre, and we got Urban Legend, and then we got I Know What You Did Last Summer with a star-studded lineup, a lot of heartthrobs in the late 90s. Freddie Prinze Jr., Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Ryan Phillippe. And all these actors, actresses were in a lot of great films and TV shows back in the day. So the setup of the film, there's 4 teenagers, they're partying it up, they're hanging out at a beach, they're driving their car home, and they accidentally hit somebody, think they kill them, so they dump the body in the ocean, and it really sets up the rest of the film. So a year later, we have Julie James, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt. She receives a letter in the mail saying, I know what you did last summer. Ooh! Now that's spooky. And to the young kids out there, people back in the day actually had to write letters and mail them to them with a stamp before email and all that fun stuff. So just FYI, it was a lot harder back in the day. We have Helen, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Huge fan of hers. She was huge, a big thing back in the late 90s. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Cruel Intentions. She was in The Grudge and a bunch of other films, and she's a really great actress. In this film, they don't really give her much to do, but she plays the character Helen. Her boyfriend is Barry, played by Ryan Phillippe, and he was also a big actor back in the day. And those two actually were in Cruel Intentions together. Really phenomenal film. If you guys have not seen that, definitely check out Cruel Intentions. If you're looking for a 90s binge day, it's definitely one of the better films. Then we have Freddie Prinze Jr. playing Ray, which is Julie's boyfriend. He was in She's All That and a bunch of other crap. Not a really great actor. All the movies I've seen him in, he's all pretty stale and has no emotion, no energy to his performances. And this is a key example. He's not very good in I Know What You Did Last Summer, playing the character of Ray. So in the film, we're introduced to the hook-wielding madman himself, Ben Willis. He's the guy in the slicker and the fisherman outfit that's picking off each of these characters one by one because he knows what happened last summer. And the kill scenes are pretty solid. They're not great. It's not super gory, but there's definitely some blood splattering throughout the film and some pretty decent kill scenes. These 4 teenagers are trying to keep the secret of them accidentally killing somebody and throwing the body into the ocean, and they never want to speak of it again. But of course, in most horror movies, you know, somebody knows what happens and they're trying to keep that secret safe. So it's them, you know, racing against time to figure out who this killer is and making sure that their secret doesn't get out. Sarah Michelle Gellar, I wish they would have kept her around longer in this film. I thought she was one of the better performances, but she ends up getting sliced and diced by these tires. There happens to be like 200 tires hanging out in this alley for some odd reason. So like Ben traps her in there and kills her. Ryan Phillippe's kill scene is one of the earlier ones in the film. I was actually surprised by. The final girl in this film would be Julie, played by Jennifer Love Hewitt. I thought she did a really fantastic job in this movie.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
One of her earlier roles, and I thought she really sold the character of Julie, which would set her up in the sequels. And I thought she did a really great job in the final act of the film, facing off against Ben on the ship. She made a stupid mistake to hop on this boat with this guy she didn't know. It turns out to be Ben Willis. They had this huge fight scene with Ray trying to come and save her. And Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character as Ray showing up was really ridiculous and set up a lot of stupid scenes in the film that you can tell it was really overacting. And I thought him coming to the rescue at the end was not really convincing. But overall, for a 1997 slasher film, this is the time where slasher movies, horror movies were getting buzzed in Hollywood again. Thank you to Wes Craven. This is a time where movies had really great soundtracks, and I Know What You Did Last Summer has a really great soundtrack, like most of the films at that time. It was also a really great job writing for Kevin Williamson. He did a great job of the script in this film. It's based off a novel, but threw his own touch on it. And I thought the overall script was good. Some of the characters are pretty wasted. Didn't really get much backstory with them. But with that being said, the rest of the cast I absolutely love. Ryan Phillippe, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Jennifer Love Hewitt being the final girl, Julie, really did an awesome job in this film. And the second film, not so much, but the original was definitely, the first film is definitely the best in the franchise. So overall, I'm going to give I Know What You Did Last Summer a 3 out of 5 Jennifer Love Hewitt hair pieces. I want to hear from you guys. Did you like I Know What You Did Last Summer? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite slasher movie from the late 90s? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myerz signing out with my mate up here, Ben Willis. Until the next retro movie review. Cheers!